Hey guys, I'm Shomo. Today I have with me Shilajit, film enthusiast, and we are going to talk about Seven. Uh,
Hey Shoma, what's up?
so,
Yeah.
uh, Seven,
Yep.
seminal work.
Yeah.
Some people call it Fincher's best.
Yeah, me too. I do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Huh.
So, why do you think it's so effective?
Uh, okay, so let's talk about this. First of all, for the time that it came out, as a genre film, as a thriller, it sort of broke so many stereotypes and was so different from your standard run-of-the-mill racy thrillers, which just leaves you hanging over the cliff and plays around with all the cliches. And like Andrew Walker's screenplay itself, the way it was structured and that ending. There's this famous story that Fincher sent the wrong draft of Fincher was sent the right draft of the script, but which the studios did not wanted to make. So they had several other drafts where the ending was different, but because Fincher was mistakenly sent the first draft and he loved it, and that is what made him actually make the movie, because he had taken retirement from cinema after his first movie. He said, I'd rather die of colon cancer than make another movie. Yeah, so the structurally and the whole thing, it's such a slow burning kind of a film. It lets you grow into the characters, unlike other thrillers with the detective or the victims. They're just guinea pigs in that story. It's just plot that takes over. But Fincher gives so much of breathing space for the characters to evolve and get into that zone. This is way before even Dan Brown became popular. That you have all those biblical references and all those mysticism that adds to the charm of this very modern thriller that we had. A very modern thriller.
So, why do you think people love it so much, keep going back to it, despite its dark overtones? Like, I would not want to watch that kind of thing.
I get it. See, I again have to quote Fincher for this. He said that the foundation of my career has been based on the fact that people are perverts, right? And he actually said that, yeah. So that's it, really. A part of your brain, we might live very normal, sorted lives. A part of our brain, all that sort of filth and that sin and this and that, it somewhere grows in there, and that is why dark themes attract us so much. They glue you to the screen, because somewhere you see a truth in that. When you see these movies and all these kind of themes being attached to it, there's a kind of both a pull, because you don't really inhabit that world, but you can understand it, where it's coming from, where is John Doe coming from, and that is, I think, what really glues people to dark themes in movies like Seven.
So, what other films can people watch who love Seven? Like,
Okay,
there has to
a
be.
huge recommendation there. There's a Indian remake,
Huh.
not necessarily a remake, but more like an Indian adaptation of Seven. Very few
Yes.
people have seen it. Stars Sushmita Sen. It's a film called Se7en. And given the slew of remakes that we have, or adaptations of Hollywood films, are terrible Indian movies, except like we even have a Indian Reservoir Dogs, we can't. Compared to them, right, Se7en is a really gripping thriller. It does justice to Seven in many ways. It builds on its own. It's a very good film to watch, and I'm proud that something like that was even made in India. It's a film called Se7en, starring Sushmita Sen and Jackie Shroff. And other than that, from world cinema, the two films I must suggest to anyone who loved Seven would be the Korean movie Memories of Murder. Many people might have seen it, and it's a lovely serial killer thriller movie, and it goes into that zone. It even inspired Fincher to make Zodiac much later. It was a major inspiration for Zodiac. And the other film off my head has to be Prisoners. David Villeneuve's Prisoners. Starring Gyllenhaal and Hugh Jackman.
Absolutely.
It again brought back that old school aesthetics of early '90s, where those thrillers were being made. And so these two films, of course, anyone who has not seen these two, these are pretty popular, easy to find. These two movies they should watch, and Se7en.
Yeah, I think, but Prisoners, if I come to Prisoners, I don't think it has that gripping factor, I think Seven's, those MacGuffins, the sins are like the MacGuffins. I loved those things.
That's how it started. You can't beat.
How connected the sins with how the victims. It's really great.
So the whole screenplay of it, the whole structure of it, it's so joyous.
Everything worked together.
Everything worked together. Came together.
Thanks, Sheila. Thank you guys for joining us, and hope to see you again.